Tom sits on the train tracks waiting, and Jerry is watching him. Jerry then sees his girlfriend drive by with a wealthy mouse who also got newly married. So
Kids show episodes that got banned.
alright. Something that you and I can relate to an extent are the shows that we watched growing up as kids. So for example, SpongeBob, Pokemon.
SpongeBob is like greatest cartoon ever created, bro. Argue with the wall, argue with any. I don't give a damn what you say to me, bro. SpongeBob is always and forever will be number one all time, bro.
Tom and Jerry,
know y'all
the
favorite
Magic
cartoon,
School
though,
Bus,
for real.
Berserk. It is all a part of our childhoods. Today we are gonna go down a rabbit hole and explore some episodes that got banned. So sit back, relax, and let's begin. So starting out, first, Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry is a show about a
bro. Back in the day, bro, with these cartoons and stuff like that, they used to just let anything fly, bro. You could be smoking, you could be shooting gun, you could be doing anything in these kids shows, bro, and it was slide. It did not matter, bro. Like
trying to brutally murder a mouse, but who fails episode after episode. The typical dynamic between these two characters, Tom and Jerry, is Tom is the aggressor. Tom
were
is always
cartoons originally made not for kids? They were just like supposed to be funny adult cartoons, I think, or I might be getting. I don't know. I might be getting it confused, but cause like cartoons, bro. If you know what I'm talking about, bro. Cartoons back in like the 50s and 40s and shit, bro. They were completely unhinged.
Murder Jerry, and Jerry is the defender. Jerry is just trying to defend himself from the psychopath of a dog who's just trying to murder him every single day. But there is one particular episode of Tom and Jerry that stands out above every other episode that they've ever created. So normally they're not friends. In this episode, they are friends and they understand each other very well. And that episode got nuked off of live television. But why?
Niggas can't be friends nowadays, bro. Like you see what happens when they have something so bad, bro. Like this proves that people hate to see you win, for real, bro. Like, so all the bad times they had together, all the times they were trying to kill each other, that's cool. That's cool. All the times they hating on each other, have beef, they let that slide. But the second they like these, bro, and the second they become friends and get cool with each other, bro, now they gotta scratch it, bro. See, those are the types of people you gotta watch out for in life, for real, bro. The types of people that will cut you, like hate to see you up, bro. Only like to see you when you're at your lowest, bro. That's what this shows, for real.
What happened? The episode is called Blue Cat Blues, which aired on November 4th, 1956. This episode was pulled off of the air and removed from television rotations and was fully censored in certain regions. In this episode, it opens up with a motionless, depressed Tom sitting on an active train track, waiting for the train to come and take him out. Jerry watches Tom from above and narrates the events that destroyed Tom's life, which is already very unnatural off the rip. Like, they've never had an episode anything like this before this, and then they pop out with this episode of
okay, never mind. Look, that's low-key valid.
Who's basically waiting for death, banned, and Jerry, who's just like, oh man, my boy, what did they do to him? It's just very unnatural. Jerry having sympathy for a creature who spent the last decade prior to this trying to murder him day after day. But nonetheless, how did Tom end up in this situation? What did Tom do to result him in this terrible state of mind? In this episode, Tom comes across a female kitty cat, a white cat, this Donnie right here. The narrator instantly suspects that she is only interested in money and not love, but Tom ignores the precautions. The narrator basically said,
gold digging back in the 50s, bro. So you had to watch these women even back in the day, dog. Like, bro, even back then, women only wanted you for your money, bro. This is why y'all gotta stay up, bro. This is why y'all gotta stay to yourselves. Y'all gotta just cut all that stuff out your life,
I ain't saying she a gold digger.
You don't
she
need it right now.
Messing.
Like, it'll come eventually, but you don't gotta force nothing. You know what I mean?
Basically, that's what he was implying. So Tom helplessly and hopelessly falls deeply in love with this white cat, wanting a connection with this cat, wanting to build a future with this cat. But Tom has a competitor, this other cat whose name is Butch. Butch is loaded. He's got GTA money. So Tom starts buying things for this white cat, but every time that he does, Butch just brutally mogs him. He buys her a flower, Butch buys her
got it like that, bro. Yo, Tom, bro, you just gotta let Brody have it, bro. You just gotta let bro have it, cause some dudes got it and some dudes don't. That's how it is, bro. And like, You just gotta deal with it, bro. Some dudes got it like that with the hoes and the ladies. Some don't. Like, some dudes got the money and everything, bro. Some niggas are broke as hell. Tom
buys her a tiny perfume bottle. Butch buys her a tank of perfume. Tom spends his entire life savings on a microscopic diamond. But Butch gives her a diamond that's so big that they need welding masks to even bear the brightness of this monstrous diamond ring. Like, no matter what Tom did in this episode, he just kept getting outdone. There was nothing he could have done. As a last resort, with the last amount of money that he had left, he bought her an old car through 312 monthly payments at 112% interest.
Pack it up,
which is
bro.
Literally...
What are we doing, yo? Bro, this dude just spent all of his money on a girl that don't even like him, bro. You know what's crazy about this? There's some desperate ass dudes out there that be on the exact same type of timing, bro. Like there'd be some dudes out there that will spend all their money, send all their money to these OF girls and stuff like that, these Instagram models and stuff, bro, just for the chance to meet up with them. And if they do, they spend all their money on dates and, like, bro, what are we talking about? Just for the model to not even spend a single dime on you, bro. Oh my god, bro. If you're out there like this, bro, stop, bro. Genuinely, you don't need it, bro. You don't need it that badly. Like, I guarantee, like, the right one will come to you eventually.
The show even shows him signing away an arm and a leg. It literally says on the paper. So Tom pulls up in this monstrous...
And it's whack, bro. It wasn't... Like, bro, if it was a valid car, that would make sense. But this shit is ass, bro. Tom, what are we doing, bro? This nigga is whack, bro. This dude got her a sand grain sized diamond. Got her this weak ass car. If I'm her, bro, I'm not picking Tom's broke ass either, bro. Let's be for real. I'm being dead ass.
Crash whip, and Butch crushes and obliterates the car with his long luxury vehicle. So Tom is naturally defeated. He's broke, he's in debt, his girl doesn't love him. No matter what he does, he can't win. His life is reduced to absolute zero. He has nothing, so he falls into a downward spiral of despair. He begins drinking milk bowl after bowl, which, if you don't get the implication, milk is basically vodka. And Tom collapses into the gutter. Jerry rescues him. And as Jerry rescues him, the other two cats drive by with a sign that says, "Just married," confirming that she chose Butch over Tom. Now, before we continue, boys...
See, Tom, you don't even need this type of love in your life for real, bro. Like, look at what you got with Jerry, bro. My boy Jerry's taking care of you, saving your life, bro. Supporting. Look at, bro. All you need is a good homie like that, bro. You straight.
Tom sits on the train tracks waiting, and Jerry is watching him. Jerry then sees his girlfriend drive by with a wealthy mouse who also got newly married. So Jerry then sits next to Tom, waiting for the train to take.
Both these niggas are bitchless, bro. Hey, we in the same boat for real, bro. Hey, we in the same boat, yo. But hey, I'm not as down bad as these dudes, bro. Like, if you're gonna go out there and you're trying to end your life over some women, bro, and even if you're a woman doing this over some guys, I don't discriminate. You know what I mean? Like, don't be doing that, bro. Like, there's plenty of other people out there for real. Like these. And these two are showing, like, they're not even good people they going after, bro. If it's good people you're going after, okay, that's more understandable. Still don't do it. But, like, yo, come on, bro. We going after some IG thoughts, bro. They only want you for your money, yo. Like, what are we talking about? I bet the mouse and the cat that are with the rich dudes don't even know the rich dudes' names. They're just with them because they got bread, bro.
Take them both out. The episode closes with the sound of a train approaching, and that's the end of that. Okay, do I really need to explain why this got taken off of the air? The thing with Tom and Jerry is that when you watch any episodes of it, anyone with eyeballs can watch, since there's barely any words. So imagine kids across the globe sitting down watching this, making their own conclusions about what their eyes are witnessing. If love doesn't work out, then take the easy way out. If you have no money, then your girl is just gonna get stolen. You know what I'm saying? On a side note, aside from this, if somebody can steal your girl, they're doing you a favor. Just letting you know.
That's what I'm saying.
To explicitly explain why this episode got taken off the air, bring down the whiteboard. Tom intentionally waited for a train to kill him. Jerry joined in, waiting for the train to take the both of them out. There is nothing positive about this one story. It deals with despair, financial ruin, alcoholism, romantic manipulation, and helplessness. Not good for kids to witness. That was a crazy one, but there's a few episodes across other children's TV shows that quite literally sent people to the hospital, like this next one, in a show that you've probably never heard of that goes by the name Pokemon. I'm kidding, by the way. So on December 16, 1997, exactly 4 years before
Pokemon sent people to the... Bro... I'm already guessing, like, was it on like on some Pokemon Go type of timing when people was falling off of cliffs and walking into oncoming traffic and stuff like that? But don't tell me it was something like that.
There was an episode that aired that was called Electric Soldier Polygon, which was season 1, episode 38 of Pokemon, that quite literally sent hundreds of people to the hospital overnight in Japan. This episode only aired once before getting absolutely obliterated into smithereens off of the air. It never even ended up getting an English translation release, so the episode only exists in Japanese. But what happened in this episode that resulted in hundreds of people going to the hospital?
Over a
Good question.
Episode.
In this episode, Ash, Misty, and Brock arrive at the Pokemon Center, which is where the system digitally transfers Pokeballs between locations. But the Pokemon Center stopped working. Something was disrupting the entire thing, so they met this dork, Dr. Akihabara, who was the inventor of the transfer system itself.
Was Pokemon technically an anime? Like, well, not technically, but like, it's Pokemon. I never knew if it was an anime or not. I'll look it up.
He reveals that Team Rocket, the Ops, stole one of his prototypes that created a digital roadblock preventing the Pokemon from being transferred.
After further research,
so
yes, we have concluded that Pokemon
Ash,
is an
Misty,
anime.
Brock, and Pikachu.
That might have been a
system.
dumbass question,
They confront
but
Team
hey.
Rocket and they start scrapping. Left hooks, right uppercuts, spinning tornado kicks. They were moving like fight back. Fight back! Fight back! So near the end of the episode, a rocket is heading towards Pikachu, so Pikachu detonates the incoming missile and an explosion happened. Now this is where the disaster played out. Obviously I'm not going to show exactly what happened, but we could put a visual representation that's not as
the Flash or something like that. Mess with people that have like
when the rocket exploded,
stuff.
The screen started flashing that was alternating between colors red and blue at approximately 12 hertz. 12 alternating frames between red and blue, flashing per second for several seconds. This rapid change between red and blue colors triggered hundreds of seizures within viewers who were photosensitive, and the result, Japan's Fire and Disaster Management Agency reported 685 viewers, 310 boys, and 375 girls were hospitalized by ambulance, with an additional 208 hospital admissions, 2 of the injured victims being in the hospital for 2 weeks. Thousands upon thousands of viewers, 12,000 plus to be exact, reported having headaches and nausea as a result of this episode. So what ended up happening to Pokemon after this?
Yo, the fact that like flashing can do that to you is insane, bruh. Like if you're living with that genuinely must suck. But damn, bro, 670 people. How much he said? Oh, damn. Bro, how did that even make it past production? Like, does it not have to go through like multiple screening tests and multiple like tests to make sure stuff like that doesn't happen?
Nothing good, boys and girls. Nothing good, I'll tell you that. They got removed off of the air for 4 months, from December 16, 1997 to April 16, 1998, and the episode was taken off of the air and edited. TV Tokyo apologized publicly. Video rental stores pulled Pokemon off of the shelves. The police and government agencies investigated the production. It was just a shit show, basically. As insane as this was, thankfully, nobody died this time. But there have legitimately been times where people have died as a result of certain things that were shown on certain children's TV episodes. Like this next one, from a show called Beavis and Butthead. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, before this video, I have never heard of this show in my life. Beavis? Like when I search this up,
if you're watching Beavis and Butthead, bro, this show is just like completely... These idiots just talk annoying as hell, aren't they? Isn't this show just these two dudes are just complete idiots, and that's the entire show? Yeah, bro, pack it up. If you're watching this, you shouldn't. If you died from this show, but that's genuinely your own fault, because what are you watching this show for?
was like, ah, these guys. I had no idea that this was their name, but what in the world is this art? Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing?
It looks like the person that made this was on like an acid trip, but there's no way the creator of this show was sober, bro. Because look at this. No, hell no. Bro, because these dudes look like they're on drugs right now. And this looks like a place you would do some types of hard drugs and chill. It's a basement type of room. Bro, the creator of this show probably like pulled this from his past, bro. And look right here. Like, you can't tell me these dudes aren't on drugs, bro. Like, nah, what are we doing, bro? What are we doing? What are we doing, bro? What are we doing, bro? Nah, the creators had to have been on something, bro. Mushrooms at anything, bro.
What? Anyways, Beavis and Butthead. There was an episode that was called Comedians,
is
which
that Trump,
attention. Anyways, Beavis and Butthead. There was an episode that was called Comedians, which aired on September 3rd, 1993. Season 3, episode 1 of the show. So somebody died as a result of this episode. But what happened in this episode that could have resulted in that? Good question, unfortunately. In this episode, Beavis and Butthead see a TV program suggesting that stand-up comedians become rich and famous. But the problem was that Butthead, this dickhead, misunderstood stand-up comedians for stand-up chameleons. So they decided to perform at a comedy club called Laugh Hole. Butthead goes first, and his jokes were terrible. He instantly got thrown off of the stage, and Beavis performed next.
Like, these guys are just idiots, bro. Like, how do you mistake stand-up comedian for stand-up chameleon? Like, y'all seen that Michael Penix? Y'all seen that Michael Penix into a clip, bro? Bro, I love doing that with my homies, bro. You see one of these, like, what was that about? I looked, you forgot.
Everyone to leave the club from how terrible his jokes were. They were trash. So Beavis lights a few newspapers on fire and attempts to juggle them. And as a result of this genius action, flames spread across the stage and they burn down the entire club.
Don't tell me a dumbass watching this show started juggling newspaper on fire,
watching the whole building burn, congratulating themselves for how funny they are. Now,
don't tell me that's how a dude died.
They had a weird obsession at one point with fire. Like, they kept lighting things on fire and they kept screaming, fire, fire, in the show. Like, lighting things on fire was a common theme for this show. And for kids to see that is probably not very good. Like, even my dumbass when I was a kid. I remember there was this one episode of SpongeBob where they were having a campfire under the water, which doesn't even make any sense.
Yes, it does, bro. SpongeBob, bro. SpongeBob could do whatever. SpongeBob could do whatever he want for real, bro. Like, SpongeBob could, like, I don't even, but SpongeBob could do anything, bro. That man has floating ghost underwater. That has a floating ship underwater. He makes burgers he fires up a grill underwater, makes burgers that aren't soggy, by the way. He burnt a he didn't burn a milkshake, but they burnt a milkshake. He could do anything, bro. Don't even question.
Never makes any sense. And I remember they set something or somebody on fire. So I remember my mom was sitting on the couch doing something, and I had my homework. And I remember accidentally lighting it on fire. Like, I put my homework down and my whole homework just burned. And I remember my mom getting really mad at me. But the point is that kids tend to replicate what they see. So for a kid to sit down and watch TV and witness somebody lighting things on fire, making jokes out of it, laughing, it's probably not going to result in anything good, which is exactly what happened. Fast forward a month after this episode aired on October 6, 1993, a 5-year-old boy named Austin Mesner was reportedly obsessed with Beavis and Butthead.
Why are you letting your kid watch this, bro? At 5 years old, but why are you letting your kid watch Beavis and Butthead, bro? See, like I said in the last vid, bro, some parents just should not be allowed to have kids and have been parents in the first place. Because why are you letting your child watch this dumbass show that are encouraging and influences these dumbass behaviors? It's Beavis and Butthead. Their entire thing is being complete idiots, and you're letting a 5-year-old watch this.
So this kid started a fire inside of his family's mobile home in Ohio. The investigator said that he took a cigarette and burned his bed. He lit his bed on fire, resulting in the mobile home being burned down, accidentally taking the life of his 2-year-old sister, so losing both the sister and the house.
Damn.
The episode Comedians that I was just talking about became the episode that was most closely connected to the tragedy because its climax involved Beavis lighting newspapers on fire, playing with flames for entertainment, and accidentally burning down a building and showing no remorse after. The Boy fit that category quite a bit. So what happened to the show as a result of this? MTV defended the program, explaining that it was an exaggerated parody intended for teenagers and young adults and not children.
Not for
MTV
real, but
claimed that it wasn't their
for real. I mean, like, it's a dumbass show. You shouldn't be showing that to a kid show. But also at the same time, why the hell are you letting your 5-year-old kid watch this show, bro?
Fault that this happened, but they still agreed to stop using fire as much and to edit out a lot of the scenes that involved fire happening. And they also added warnings in the episodes to not replicate what they see. So I guess they did the best of what they could do to avoid this happening again. Oh, they also, instead of airing it at 7 p.m., they started airing it later at night, which is also a less likely time for children to watch it. Nonetheless, what do you guys think about that one? It's a tough one, because is the show really to blame for that?
Low-key,
I feel like the parents are more to blame than the show itself. The parents should not be allowing their children to be watching something that's made for teens or young adults. I feel like you could tell based off of the humor, but still, I would say that they had a role to play. Even if your content is not made for kids, I feel like you always have to approach it with the likelihood that children are watching, so you always have to be semi-cautious.
Nah, low-key, fuck all that, bro. It's not, nah, that's hell no, it's not their fault, bruh. Like, what? Nah. That's like a kid watching a rated R movie or some shit, and then them seeing something in the movie, and something happening, and then they try to blame the movie. Like, it's rated R, you shouldn't be watching the movie, that's not our fault, you should be parenting and monitoring what your kids are watching, bro. Hell no. Because, like, what if a kid stumbles upon a YouTuber, and YouTubers in there saying these bad things, not, you know, showing bad things that a kid should not be seeing or listening to, and the kid sees that and replicates it, you're gonna get mad at the YouTuber? No, you get mad at the parents for letting your kids watch. You can't just because I say bad things and stuff like that doesn't mean like if it's not intended for kids, why should I cater towards just in case having, you know what I'm trying to say, bro? That doesn't make sense to me.
Anyways, moving on. Teletubbies. It's crazy because the literal most innocent shows can have episodes that get banned, like the Teletubbies.
The Teletubbies are low-key kind of scary.
These fat-ass creatures used to scare the bricks off of me when I was a kid. Especially this dude right here. Oh my god, something about this guy would scare the bricks off of me. Like, yo, look at how this brother's posted up, man. Don't even get me started. Like, this is how they used to post up after the camera stopped rolling. Like, no joke. Serious business. Anyways, besides the point, on April 14th, 1997, an episode aired that was called Seesaw Dropped, which was season 1, episode 11 of the Teletubbies. One thing to note about the Teletubbies is that their demographic is quite literally babies, ages from birth to 4. So in this episode, the majority of it was pretty normal. You know, the Teletubbies were outside sliding in their home, children were dancing, this fat ass Poe kept trying to climb up the slide but kept sliding down. Casual business, nothing of alarming consequence. Fast forward some time later, a wooden lion pulls up to Old Block, the Teletubbies territory, the Teletubby land, and he starts roaring, disturbing the peace, calling himself a scary lion, and he started bragging about his scary teeth, plotting to kill the bear in the show. To note, the music got progressively more scary and disturbing, so this made its age 0 to 1 demographic start crying, and the parents were like, what the hell is going on? Like, imagine being a parent, you're sitting in the kitchen, drinking some coffee, reading the newspaper when your 3-year-old child is just watching Teletubbies on TV, and then he starts bawling his eyes out, and you look over like, what the hell just happened? So parents complained to the broadcasters and the production company saying that this is too scary for a baby's show, which honestly I agree. Who thought this would be a good idea to put into a baby's show? Not even a children's show, a baby's show. So the producers ended up pulling off the episode and editing a much more innocent version, and they just left it at that. Another innocent sunshine and rainbows ass show that got an episode banned or pulled off the air was My Little Pony. In this show, My Little Pony, there was an episode that was called Friendship is Magic. One of the actual most innocent shows to ever exist. It's about unicorns and literal sunshines and rainbows. No joke. You know that Patrick meme of him looking like this. This is what My Little Pony is about. The episode wasn't called Friendship is Magic. The show was called Friendship is Magic. The episode was called The Last Roundup, which was aired on January 21st, 2012. In this episode, there was a background pony called Derpy Hooves. And the animation company who was responsible for animating this show kind of messed up its eyeball, and they made this pony cross-eyed. So the audience saw this and they were like, oh wow, we love this guy. This pony is adorable, or whatever. I don't know what the community was exactly saying, but the community loved this pony. So the producers saw that and they're like, okay, we'll make it into an actual character. The problem was that they made this character act disabled. Like legit.
Okay, yep. That's why I started laughing. That's why I went like this, bro, because I knew where this was going. Once he said the character's name was Derpy Reels or Derpy Hooves or whatever your name was, and that they were cross-eyed, I was like, okay. Or when they hit, yep. That's how you know. That's how, okay, I'm like, okay, that's bad.
In hindsight, it is kind of messed up. They made this pony cross-eyed. They made him clumsy. They gave him a voice that fits the description. Like, they gave him a lisp.
Okay, so bro, yeah, no, that's low-key valid. Bro.
Fans were like, yo, this is low-key kind of making fun of disabled people, so maybe that's not a good idea.
Wait, that's messed up.
So the episode got pulled off and they edited him to not be as,
You have to give bro a lisp and make him clumsy. Like, if you just give him a side-eye and, like, a little clumsy here and there, that's cool, but you don't have to make him have a lisp.
And that's the end of that. Well, that was fun. If you want to see me make a part 2, then you...
A fire vid from Hassan, I think that's his name. I'm going to leave him down below. I'm going to leave this vid down below, but it's a fire vid. Let me know what your favorite cartoons is. Like I said earlier, bro, SpongeBob the GOAT, like I said, will always be the GOAT. But other than that, make sure y'all always remember hard work pays off, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.